Hey everyone, it's Jason. We have another Marvel United unboxing for the Guardians of the Galaxy remix. So we're gonna have good old Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot off against Ronin. But much like the other videos, if you've seen them, they had some extra Kickstarter characters. So I also get Gamora in here, which is only in the Kickstarter. It's like a special Kickstarter exclusive box. If this hits retail, if or when, you won't get Gamora in the box. But like all the other expansions, they also add, besides more characters, more locations, more villains, they add an extra little steps. There's going to be something with these KO pieces. We'll check out, see what that is. Requires the main box set to play. And that's all mix and match. So we can finally have, we can recreate the Avengers movie. So we can have Rocket teaming up with, Iron Man, or, Bucky, whoever. Alright, so let's jump in and see what we got. So we get one sheet here. The front just talks about some different stuff. We get all our different components, and again, this is going to show with Gamora in here, but again, she's a Kickstarter exclusive character. I don't know why they made her Kickstarter exclusive. I don't mind. Some of these were, if you bought the box through Kickstarter, you got this extra character for free. I wouldn't mind, I guess, if they made a lot of these characters in this game, like, hey, you get it for free because you're buying this box. Great. Someone else has to go and buy, like, the special Guardian pack later that would have, like, Gamora, Drax, Mantis. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get it for free. Someone else has to buy all these characters separate. That's cool. But whatever. So here we have the Plan B challenge. Because Star-Lord's all about having his extra plans. So the Plan B challenge gives heroes another way of winning the game. Instead of defeating the villain directly, they can focus their efforts on completing unorthodox missions that are more challenging than usual, but which lead them straight to victory. During setup, instead of using the 3 mission cards from the core box, use the 3 Plan B mission cards contained in this expansion. The Plan B missions are completed the same way as normal missions, however, they all have more slots that need to be filled before they are considered complete. Heroes can win as usual by defeating the villain, but they can also immediately win by completing all 3 missions. Alright, so that's kind of something interesting. So we get some KO tokens. Not 100% sure what those are for yet. So here I thought these Plan B ones, I didn't realize it was an alternate win condition. I just thought they were like, hey, you want more of a challenge instead of only having to beat, 9 or whatever things, you have to now beat 12. And I thought it was supposed to make the game harder, which it can. So here's our locations. We have the Milano. End of turn, you may move to any other location. It seems to be like a common one they have. We have the Celestial Head Nowhere. You may discard 1 action token to gain 2 action tokens of your choice between move, attack, or heroic. Xandar is where the Nova hang out. You may draw 3 cards until you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Morag, this is where Star-Lord picks up the Power Stone. You may gain 1 wild token. The Collector Museum, you may discard 1 action token to draw a card. And Kylon, this is the prison that they were at in the first movie. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to place 1 token from the pool on any threat card. Nice. I know I said it's from the movie. Yeah, Kylon's also in the comic books. It's a jail that Quill gets sent to at one point. I'm sure several times other people have been in there. I just referenced stuff from the movie because I watched the looks in this game are from the movie. Plus, more people probably recognize stuff that way. So here we have Ronin. Special rule. Whenever a hero is KO'd, they get a KO token. Well, that's what those do. Bam. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in Ronin's location. Heroes choose. Overflow. If a civilian or thug token cannot be added to a location, deal 1 damage to the hero for each token that can't be added. So he likes to damage people. Villainous plot. When the hero loses when the group has 4 KO tokens, so you can only KO 4 times. And then you lose the game. Which is very reminiscent of Thanos. That's how one of the ways when you lose it, sort of, because when you lose against Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet set, this card's won't open. You actually get to keep playing as long as you can. You just have to switch to a different character. But you can only lose, be KO'd as many times as, your number of heroes. So, like, considering a normal game, you could get KO'd left and right. It would just really hurt you. This one, and like Thanos, you can only lose 4 times. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. Here we got Gamora's deck. I Am Groot. Rocket Raccoon, Murder You. And Star-Lord. Who? Yeah, I made that joke. We have Ronin's deck. Before we look at Ronin, we're going to look at our Plan Bs. So here's our challenge card, just explaining that. We can see there's a lot more actions on here. So I think the other ones only had, I think they had 6? No. It might have only had 6. It might have been spaced out in 6. This adds a full, 12? 12 and 12, so a lot harder to do. Plus you have to defeat all 6 threats for that one. Should definitely make the game interesting. Alright, let's look at our buddy Ronin here. Guys, Ronin the Accuser, with his hammer, the Accuser hammer. He's actually more interesting in the comic books than he is in the movies. The movies, they kind of just make him seem like a random thug. In the comic books, he's actually pretty interesting. Alright, so we have Jailbreak. Heroes using move to leave this location must use double move instead. Oh good, finally some locations that aren't just, heroics, because I kind of got tired of only seeing heroics all the time. The Kree Elite Force. Thugs in this location require 2 to be defeated. So a lot of these effects are repeated, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Heroes start their turn at this location taking 1 damage. Space Ambush. No minions, though. I was hoping like Korath would have been like a cool little minion to have in there. So we got some Ronin effects. Move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. He's going to hunt you down. Move counterclockwise. Ooh, not a lot of counterclockwise stuff. That's awesome. He's got a lot of these. He just moves right to the heroes and then he punches them. Which makes sense. He's like, trying to not kidnap, get the jailers. He's a jailer trying to get the escapees. Cosmorod. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Ronin's location, and he moves right to one. Oh, so that's mean. Then this one moves from counterclockwise. Kree Law. Move to the clockwise to the next location with no heroes. Add a thug to every location. Every location. Oh boy. And then he moves the other way. Oh, I love that. I love that he has alternate moves. Versus just always the 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty cool. Alright, up first we have Peter Jason Quill. Star-Lord. With his elemental guns. His jacket hanging open, which is really cool. He's got his pocket. Like, these are just so detailed. Like, there's a pocket on the back. He's got knee pads, his mask. Definitely cool. What does good old Peter Quill do for us? He's got his rocket blast. He moves. He's got the guardian symbol. Movement and heroic. He's got a punch. Got just a heroic. Move and attack. Move and heroic. I can see him having a bunch of heroics. Makes sense. Some wilds and problem solver. Wild. Give a fist or a fighting, heroic, or move token from the pool to another hero. He's got 3 of those. Interesting. That's kind of cool. So he really figures out what's going on, what to do. Here we have Rocket. He's all crazy on his he has big old bushy tail. Love that he's standing on something, so he makes him a little bit tall. Even his detail on there is like a little turn valve. There's the little notches inside the in the fan blade. Yeah, that's awesome. He's laughing. Murder you. That's what he says. Rocket Raccoon. I try and get more in the habit of just calling him Rocket instead of Rocket Raccoon, especially now that people know who he is. Okay, so I'm kind of disappointed by this right off the bat. He also has the Guardian symbol. I kind of hoped they'd all have different symbols. Ow. That's just me, though. So here's got a movement and attack, movement and attack. I think he's gonna have a lot of attack because he's Rocket. Attack, double attack, and a little bit of heroic, some wilds, double wilds, and Master Tinker. Gain 1 wild or your action token can be used twice this turn. Interesting. Okay, so now he's got a different, so same effect, just this one has move, this one has attack, and this one has heroic. Ooh, that's actually a different one. Raccoon senses. Gain 1 wild or convert any number of action tokens you own into wild tokens. Oh, that's neat. That's definitely cool. Alright, I like that. I am Groot. Big old powerful posing Groot. And then you guys can start comparing them like the size wise. So Rocket actually standing at the height only goes up to the waist of Groot. Which he might be smaller than that, but you have to do what you can do. But then compare Groot to Star-Lord here. Star-Lord, goes up to his shoulders. So it still puts Rocket about half the height. Alright, what does old Groot do? I bet you his abilities are going to be called I am Groot. Alright, so he also only gets the Guardian symbol, which I figured. So now I'll be fine with that, I guess, as long as the other Guardian characters, being Gamora, Drax, and Mantis, being the other main 3, even Yondu, if they all only have the Guardian symbol. But if they gave them different pictures, I'm going to be irritated. I am Groot. You and another hero deal attack to respective locations. This is weird. It starts off with ability cards. Most guys. Oh, this is neat. So he has 4 cards that are I am Groot, where he does an attack, and you and another hero each deal attack to your respective locations. And then he's got I am Groot, move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. So you got movement that he shares. And then he's got We Are Groot, you and another hero draw 1 card. And he's got his 2 wilds. That is cool. Alright, I like that. Because so far, in most of the sets, everyone's outside of the base set, almost even half of them, they've all had the exact same cards, and then Rocket had the 1 different one. So I'm like, well, that's cool. Or they're all just variations of each other, kind of like Rocket's first 2 were. Trying to get Gamora out here. So yeah, I really like that they gave him these completely unique abilities. Alright, so here's Gamora. She's got her, she has her double swords out. She's really getting ready to attack. As again, a reminder, because I can't say enough, Kickstarter exclusive character will not be in the retail game. Let's see what cool thing she has. Okay, she has the Guardian symbol. She gets some movement, heroics, and an attack. Double attack, move and attack, move and attack. Makes sense for her. Heroic attack, couple of wilds, and deadliest in the galaxy. Each wild or fight token you spend this turn gets you an additional fight token or action. Well, that's cool. Then this is the same one, except it lets her move. And that's the same one, except it's heroic. So you get a lot like that. Where like they're the exact same effects, just the bottom one's a little bit different. But even still, that's not terrible. I don't mind it. Throw these Kale tokens back in there so I don't leave them somewhere. Yeah, I do like, though, at least with this Kickstarter thing, is for Kickstarters, it's really neat that they put that character in the box instead of, like, previous Kickstarters I've done. Sort of like this, is I got Yondu and Adam Warlock in separate little boxes. Like, they could have put Gamora in a separate little box. And you would have a hunter down either. So I like the fact that it's tied into this box, even though I'm gonna end up putting all these things in my own cases anyhow. But for someone that doesn't want to like build their own cases or have their own display things, you can just stick all the characters back in the box, which is really neat. Alright, so that was Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. Some definitely interesting characters. Rocket had that neat extra ability. Groot, just completely special deck, which is really awesome. Ronin's different movements, plus the Plan B, which I thought was just a hard mode, but it's actually an alternate win condition, which is really cool. Yeah, definitely like it.